Hey, I'm Geeky Pastimes, and this can be a really quick video on how to complete the main quest in Toten. Massive thanks to JackFrags and CobbAyy for helping me complete this on the night. It was a lot of fun and stream. Don't forget to like and subscribe if this helps you, but we'll try and do it as quickly as possible. So to begin with, you need to turn on the power. So all you need to do is sort of follow the directions in the game to get to the switch. You try it, and then it will show you where two tempests are. You might actually see the tempests on your way to the switch. Kill both the tempests and you'll get a fuse from each. Then you can put those in the power switch, flick the power switch, that will get all of the power on. Then you need to unlock Pack-a-Punch, and to do that you just again follow the directions. It'll take you to the Pack-a-Punch, try interacting with it, and then some enemies will spawn, kill the enemies, and then Pack-a-Punch will be unlocked. So that's pretty easy. Now I would suggest, especially if you're in a group, starting some trials now because you've unlocked the trials machine to try and get wonder weapons for everyone. It does make this much easier. If you're solo, I'll show you how to get a wonder weapon a little bit later, but you could still skip quite a lot of that if you can complete some trials and get it done then. It's up to you. Now, one of the things that you can do quite early on, because you can't do some of this till round 10 now, is to get brain rot on a gun. If you get brain rot on a gun just by paying 2,000 at the Pack-a-Punch machine, then go up to the hotel where there's kind of a door with like a gap in it and you can see it, something sitting on the bed with like hands wrapped around its neck. Brain rot a zombie somewhere near that door. They will immediately go over to it and smash it down, and you can go over and pick up those hands that are on the neck. Also notice that there's a safe in there. That's where you can get the guaranteed wonder weapon from, and I'll tell you how to do that later if you want to do it that way. Now, another thing you can do early on is go to checkpoint Charlie, which is the bit with those two big towers with the searchlights. Dodge the searchlights, otherwise you'll get shot. And you can find all these debris piles on the floor. If you just go up to them and interact with them, one of them will have a microwave dish. A yellow object will pop out. Pick up that microwave dish. Then you can go up to the garment factory, which is kind of near the hotel, and there's an upgrade station in there. Just go put the microwave station on there. You'll use that later. Now you need to play until round 10. And the reason for that is you need to kill a Krasny soldat, the big sort of like, the tanky type zombies that have flamethrowers and jump packs and all that sort of thing. You need to kill one of them to get a battery, and they don't spawn till round 10, so everything else you can do before them. So get the battery after you kill one of those Krasny soldats. Then you can go down to activate Klaus, who is down in the safe room. You'll see him sort of like tied to a chair. You just need to put the hands on the battery on him, and then he would immediately activate, and you'll actually get this item in your tactical slot, which lets you command him, lets you tell him where to go. If you immediately go to the switch room, which is really nearby, and there's a locker on the side, you can tell him to go there and he'll bust that open. That's to help you get the wonder weapon if you want to get the guaranteed wonder weapon from the safe. If you're not doing that, then don't worry about it. If you've already got a wonder weapon, you don't need to do it. If you are doing that, then pick up that flashlight, and then you're going to need to go around the map to find 3 parts of the safe code, basically the combination to the safe. In each of these 3 areas, there'll be a number in black on the wall that will tell you which part of the code it is. So like a 1 in a circle means it's the first 2 digits of the code, a 2 means it's the second 2 digits, and a 3 means it's the last 2 digits. And then using the black light, you'll find 2 digits somewhere in the wall that will kind of glow. They're kind of hard to see. But then that's basically how you find the code. So the first numbers you can find are in the garment factory, so just where you went to the upgrade station to put the microwave dish in. The second numbers are in the sewers near a ladder that goes up to the street. And then the third numbers are in the grocery store. Once you've got all of those 6 digits, you can go put them in the combination lock in the safe. You might want to take like a monkey bomb or a decoy to stop zombies hitting you if you're in solo. And then you can get the guaranteed wonder weapon out of there. If you've done that in trials, you can ignore all of that. You don't need another wonder weapon. Now, if you don't have Klaus now because he's kind of expired because you were going around getting the wonder weapon, just wait until you can call him in again. He only hangs around for a few minutes, and then you need to wait for it to recharge. You don't need to flip the round. You can just wait a while, and it will cost you 2,000 essence to get him back. And you can just do that at any of the little yellow radios that are dotted around. There's one near the trials machine. There's one on the roof of the hotel. There's a few little ones around. You can just find them really easily. So once you've got Klaus, you can take him to a wall in the sewers. So the easiest way to explain where this is if you're up on the street and you're walking towards the trials machine, just when you get past checkpoint Charlie, if you go left, there's a zip line that goes straight down. Go down there and you'll see there's like this little raised platform with a wall at the end of it. And if you look on the minimap, you can actually see there's like a big room on the other side of it. Tell Klaus to stand there and he'll punch a big hole in that wall. Sometimes you need to sort of tell him to stand there a couple of times to get him in the right position, but he'll punch a hole in that wall. Once you've done that, you need to then use the wonder weapon, which is why you need to have one by now, in its laser form. So to get that, just kill a few zombies. One of them will drop the laser version of it, which is the long version of it. And then go back to that wall that Klaus punched down and use the laser on the metal part of the wall, hold it on there for a while, and it will start melting and eventually a big hole will appear in it. Now you can go into the lab and you'll have to fight a little while until you get to a special round with red crystal zombies. Now the first time we did this, it seemed like we had to fight quite a lot of kind of normal rounds. But the second time we did it, the next round was the red zombies, which was really, really easy. So if you do have normal rounds for a while, you can actually do it the next couple of steps instead while you wait. But if you've got the red zombies, just kill them in that lab to break the things over the two machines that you need. There's like energy fields that you'll see. So if you don't have the red zombies, then you can do another couple of steps now. You can, first of all, get Klaus to kill loads of zombies. So just start a round and get Klaus right at the beginning. Don't kill any zombies yourself and just let Klaus do all the killing. That will turn the upgrade station in the garment factory into, it'll have like a green screen at the top, and then you can tell Klaus to stand in there and he will go in there and get upgraded. While that's happening, you'll have to defend him. Zombies and lots of other things will come and attack him, and it's a bit of a pain to do that, but just defend him for a while and then he'll be stronger, which is something you need for one of the later steps. The other thing you can do is getting the headgear for Klaus. So to do that, you need to use the wonder weapon and gather 3 pieces. The first one is up near spawn. There's a rooftop that's got like a big aerial, like an antenna, a radio antenna on top of it. Just shoot the antenna once with the wonder weapon and then a yellow piece will fall off that, so you can just go pick it up. Then the second piece is in the electronics shop. So if you go in the electronics shop, you'll find 3 of these kind of silvery radios, like stereo type things that all look the same. Just shoot each of them. Once you shoot the third one, a piece will pop out of that. And then the last piece is on the train station platform just above the ticket booth. There's like an electrical panel. Shoot that with the wonder weapon and then the last piece will pop out. Once you've done that, you can go up to Klaus in the safe room where he's sitting on a chair, and then it should give you an option, like an interact prompt, to craft a headgear. Don't accidentally summon him, which is like the interact prompt right next to it. Make sure it says that it's going to craft a headgear and do that. So once you've done that, but eventually you should have the red zombie round, the crystal round. Once you've got that, then you can go down into the lab, kill all the red zombies near those kind of energy fields, and they should disappear, letting you access the canisters and the lure devices. So you need to take these 3 canisters, and you can only do one at a time. So if you're solo, you're going to do a lot of running backs and forwards. And you need to take a lure device from the machine kind of just off to the side of it. If you're looking at the portal, it's on the left. You can only carry 1 lure device at a time, which is, again, a bit of a pain. And what you need to do is take each of these canisters to one of the green machines that are dotted around the map. Now, these spawn randomly, so there's lots of different places they can spawn. You should be able to see them because they do glow a little bit. They have like green lights all over them, and they're pretty big. They're pretty chunky. But find those devices and then put the canister inside. And then what you need to do is put a lure device near it, and 3 tempests will spawn. Kill all 3 of those tempests and their sort of essence will go into the canister. And then you need to do that again. So you need to go get another lure device, spawn another 3 tempests and kill all of them. And then the canister will be ready. So it takes 6 tempests to fill up a canister. Once you've filled up a canister, you can pick it up and it will slow you down, and you'll have the sort of ability where you can clear a load of zombies around you. On the keyboard, you press X to do that. And also loads of zombies like manglers and stuff will start attacking you. It's a bit of a pain, so make sure you've got some armor and juggernog and stuff like that for this. You need to take that canister back down to the lab and put it in the bomb, which is in the middle, which is the place where you got the canisters from in the first place. Then you need to do that for each of the 3 canisters. So each canister, you take it up to the place, put a lure device down, go get another lure device, put that one down, and then take the canister when it's full back to the lab. If no new lure devices are spawning, just flips around and then more will spawn in the next round. And we had to do that a little bit. We had to like flip around once when there were 3 of us doing this. So once you've got all 3 canisters in there and filled up, then you should be able to go on to the next bit, which is stopping the train. Now, this requires you to have upgraded Klaus's strength. So if you haven't done that already, go back to that step where I talked about going to the upgrade station, letting Klaus kill a load of things, green light, upgrade Klaus. Now, what you need to do is take Klaus to the train tracks and tell him to stand on the train tracks closest to where the ticket booths are. Sort of in the middle. You might need to move him around a little bit until he finds the right place, and then he'll sort of get in position to try and stop the train that's going to come in. Then run over to the switch room, which is where you found the black light earlier, but if you just like hop over the tracks from where Klaus is now, it's just sort of to the right. You can go in there and switch the tracks. That will summon a train immediately, which Klaus will stop. Now, he only stops it for a little while, so you have to be kind of quick. But if you just run back on, you can actually go from the platform to get onto the train, and then you should be able to pick up a bomb and Rico's key card. So the bomb's just on the floor, it's really obvious where it is, in like a canister type thing, and then the key card's a little bit further down. So just pick up both of those things. Now the bomb, really easy, just take it back to the lab and put it where you put the canisters. So you can just place it there, that's absolutely fine. Now Rico's key card goes into the safe room where Klaus is, you know, where Klaus is sitting on a chair, where you set him up in the first place. There's a computer on a desk in the middle of that room, and then you can use the key card on that computer and it will turn green and you'll get a couple of pieces of intel. You need to interact with it a few times. Now, if you haven't done the headgear part of this, you need to go back and do that. So get those 3 pieces of headgear. But if you've got the headgear, then after you've pressed it a few times, it will actually give you an option to activate the satellite. Now, this is kind of a point where you want to be very leveled up. So you want to have your guns pack-a-punched. You want to have all of the perks that you want. Make sure you've got lots of armor, because the next bit's kind of difficult and is timed. So you don't want to be messing around during this next bit. So once you're ready and you've got everything leveled up, then activate the satellite. Go back up to the surface and you'll see that this is firing a satellite beam right in the middle of Checkpoint Charlie, and a load of enemies will spawn. It's like 2 mimics and a megaton and maybe some other stuff. Kill all of those, and the 2 halves of the megaton that kill will actually end up each dropping a piece of uranium. As soon as these pieces drop, a timer starts and you have to do the next bit quite quickly. So you have to pick up a piece of uranium, take it to a crafting bench, and there's a crafting bench in the tents at either end of the street. Take it to one of those crafting benches and it will let you put it in some sort of device that holds it. Then you need to take it up to the one end of the horizontal zip lines. The easiest one we found was the one that goes between the hotel roof and the grocery store roof. So you can go to that bit, you know, just next to the hotel where you go through the archway, then take the zip line up near the big sign where you go through the O. Hang the uranium device on one end of that zip line. Then head back down, go pick up the other piece of uranium, go craft that into a device, then go to the other end of the zip line. So if you just go through the grocery store and go up the zip line at the back of there, then you can get up to that roof, put it on the other end, and the 2 sort of pieces of uranium at either end of the zip line will smash together and then make a kind of refined piece in the middle. Now you can go pick that piece up, and then you need to take that back down to the lab and put it in the bomb. Annoyingly, that's only half full now, so you have to do the whole thing again. So you actually have to flip the round now, and then on the next round, use the computer again. That'll fire the satellite again. This one will actually fire up near spawn. It'll fire on the roof, but it doesn't really matter because you can just wait on the street and the enemies will come to you. Kill them again and then do the exact same thing. So with both pieces of uranium, pick one up, take it to the tent to craft it into a device, then take it up to one end of the same zipline you did before, then do the same thing for the other piece of uranium before the timer runs out, and those 2 will smash together. Now, all the time you're carrying uranium, you will start taking damage, and you take it quite quickly. You can drop it at any point without any bad effects or anything like that, and then get your health back, and then pick it up again. That's absolutely fine. But just be a bit careful of the timer, because obviously the timer can mess you up a little bit there. But once you've smashed together the second 2 pieces, take that piece back down to the lab, and then you'll fill up the bomb. Now, this is where we're starting to get into the kind of end of the Easter egg, end of the main quest. So again, make sure that you've got everything that you want to get done before you put that last piece in the bomb, because now you're going to be going into a boss fight. So once you've done all of the uranium part and you've filled up the bomb, then the boss is going to spawn in the portal. Now the boss seems quite intimidating at first. She's got a big shield up. You have to just shoot your way through the shield, and then you'll see that she has a huge amount of health. It takes quite a long while to chip away at her health. Every time you get like a quarter of her health off, then she'll move to another area of the map, and then basically it gives you a little bit of time where you can go and like craft self-revives or get perks again, or go replace your armor and stuff like that. But eventually she'll just teleport you to where she is for the next piece. While you're fighting her, there'll be loads of zombies spawning and stuff like that, so you have to dodge them. Her main attack is to throw a load of crystals at you. If you're just kind of circle strafing, you can dodge all of them, but they do a lot of damage if you get stuck and they all hit you, so be careful. The other thing she does is this really big attack where she kind of charges up a blue energy ball above her head. If you see her starting to charge something up and it goes blue, you have to get behind cover. If you don't get behind cover, it will kill you in one shot. So make sure you're hiding behind cover whenever she does that, and then as soon as it goes off, you'll hear it. You'll hear that the attack has finished. Then you can hop back out and keep on shooting her. There's no timer on this, so you can take your time shooting her, but she does have a lot of health, so just keep on going. Once you've eventually like fought her in different areas, you'll go back to the lab for the last area, take off the last part of her health, and then you'll have a cutscene. After the cutscene, you've actually got another bit you need to play where you're going to need to protect Klaus as he walks into the portal. So this is really easy, but you just need to kill all of the things that are around him while he walks into the portal. And then once you've done that and he gets there, you'll get treated to the final cutscene, which finishes the main quest of Toten. So congratulations. Thank you very much. As I've said before, if you've got any questions about this, anything you want to know, anything that wasn't quite clear, please let me know in the comments. If you liked this video and found it useful, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Check me out on Twitch, twitch.tv/geekypastimes. And thank you very much. Goodbye.